Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode on your favorite TV, Patriot TV, your more sports, information, and entertainment. We are taking fans' reaction from one of the title deciding match at the Anfield between Liverpool and Manchester City, and it ended 1-1 for both sides. It was a gritty game. We saw the last duel between Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, and it was started with. It was tactical, it was physical, it had a lot of tackles, it had everything. It was a beautiful game of football. But before we go ahead to take the reaction, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and also share our videos along to your friends, and so that they can get more subscribers. Thank you very much for that. And also follow us across all our social media handles, as you can see below on the screen. We appreciate you doing all of this for us. Thank you very much. So let's get into it. With me is a Barca fan, but also a good football fan who came to enjoy a good game of football. Mr. Olabi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I greet you.
All right. So as a neutral, how was the game for you?
Okay, it's an intriguing game, one enticing game, full with everything that we actually wanted in a game of football. Very tactical, very direct, at the same time very fluid, with so much tackle, as you have said before, so many anxiety for we fans at the backstage, and so many things about football that is getting. So it's a nice game to watch.
All right, thank you very much. So let's go into it. Let's go into the first goal. Let's look at the first goal. It was a clever corner by Manchester City. We saw Ake making a block against McAllister, which allowed John Stone to come in and score the goal. How was that moment for you?
Actually, it's a play. It's something that they tried over time in the training extension they put in play today. I think it's one of the approach used by Liverpool to defend Barca some years ago. A quick corner where you are not ready, we're not prepared. So they tried the same approach here. Liverpool was naturally prepared. You can see that McAllister was waiting, approaching, that this guy will be ready to play, but KDB when Ake came, and Ake was dragging him off position. Without hesitation, he will be thinking, I will see come back, I'll come and go back to my position. But before he could actually snip, the cross had come and the goal had been scored. So it's a world training, a perfected role played in that thing. And it's a nice concept for the goal kick.
All right, thank you. So now let's look at the second goal. It was a penalty for Liverpool, but we saw a very good through ball from Zoboslai to it was a back pass. Sorry, a bad back pass from Ake to Ederson, which allowed Darwin Núñez to run through on goal. But we saw that the Man City goalkeeper Ederson trying to pull out from the tackle, but it was already too late, and he gave him a penalty, which was converted, which also led to his own injury. So how was that moment also? Okay,
I will say one player creating two moments. The same player made the first goal, the same player created the second goal as well for Liverpool. I think it's a nice concept, nice game, but it's a mystic part of the game of football. Yes. So this game is very, very intense, so it's a quick seconds of his decision making. I think he made the wrong decision. The pass was too soft for the keeper, so I think there's nothing the keeper can actually do. He went for it like he would get it. But I think Núñez was a fast player, a very pacey one that actually made the thing count. And a nice penalty for McAllister as well. So nice game, I would say.
All right. So after that, we saw a lot of back and forth in that game. There was a cross that Kelleher cleared, but onto Foden hit the crossbar, and then there was a Liverpool counter attack. Salah squared the ball. Cody Gakpo hits the bar, but doesn't do that for offside. You know, a lot of back and forth. At that moment, how was the game? Who were you rooting for at that moment?
Actually, I rooted for Manchester City, but a straight draw is a nice concept for the Premiership to drag this thing for a long time. But at the same time, I look at some tactical approach for the coaches. I think at the first half, the game flowed because Man City has so many numbers in the midfield, controlling the zone 8 of the midfield, where the ball would be trickling back. So Liverpool were actually, how would I put it? They were left to play to the wings and trying to long ball to the wing because the midfield was all jam-packed. So in the second half, a very tactical approach from the Jurgen Klopp, bringing in a new tactical approach, playing a 4-2-4, where you add the front four, backing out, marking man-to-man with the Man City players who are actually playing 3-2. 3-2 at the front line, 3-2-5, 3-2-3, so at the front line. But they realized that the Liverpool has more advantage in terms of number than in the middle. So what they had to do is, I would say, it's a very, how would I put it? It's a brave tactics that actually have its own backlog, because anytime Liverpool press with the front four, there's a very big hole at the midfield, at the middle, where Liverpool defender midfield cannot close down because they are actually playing a 4-2-4 formation. So the midfield, the defender left and right actually clubbed into the midfield to cover out. But there were numbers for Liverpool for Man City to pick up ball. KDB was not dropping them. So I think that was one of the reasons why it was sort of, it wasn't dropping back into the midfield to pick up the ball. So bringing in Kovacic actually allowed him to stay in the midfield and allowed John Stones to go back to his position. So allowed a 4-4, which they will also have the two numbers in Rodri and Kovacic in the midfield. So allowed a dual number of the midfield. So that allowed them to have a little bit domination of the game. But as the game flow, I think it's almost like a Champions League final, because I think Liverpool at the same point, at a certain point, Manchester City were panicking. The good ball they could play before, they were losing balls, so many off balls, so many wrong balls everywhere and there. I think the good captain were so composed, and they read the game so wonderfully well. I give it to Van Dijk and also what's the name, Walker as well. Wonderful game for Marquez, wonderful game for the keeper, wonderful game for all the old players. It was a great game for us to watch and entertain us. We were all entertained. It has everything of football that we want us.
All right, thank you for that. So let's talk about the atmosphere. Anfield is known for a place where you come as a guest and the atmosphere is just so terrific. The fans, the noise. Do you think also that this atmosphere also had a role to play in this game?
I think from my own setting, I think Man City lost this game. You do not get Liverpool angry. You don't give opposition to hype the game back. You don't give them life back into the game. I think they gave them life back to the game by giving out the penalty. So that raised the fan and speed of the fan that we can still win this match. And that, I love, a self-affected Manchester City's hold out to the point that the noise was too much. The player was panicking. They have every leg and every moment. The small passes that you have played, they're playing long. The long passes that you have played, they're playing short. So decision making will become very, very. I think the coaches were also watching that. That's why they're actually making decisions continuously to make them cool down and understand the game, that this is the game of football. There might be an opportunity for you to make mistakes, but try to reduce to the minimum so that goals will not come up.
All right, so quickly, just last one now. Let's talk about the two goalkeepers. Kelleher, who is backing up for the absent Alisson. Then also Ederson got injured, and then Stephen Ortega came in. Both keepers were a bit nervous when they started the game at their fault, but we saw them grow together and they made fantastic saves in that game. How would you rate both goalkeepers?
They were top notch. They actually stepped into the role and they acted it very well. What do we expect again from a goalkeeper, which they've not done? They've not actually considered goals out of the impossible. They actually conceded goals. They had nothing they could do about it. For Ortega, he stepped in, good playing, good composure, and also for Kelleher, good composure, good distribution of the game, which he wants to do. Probably it's not the best strength, but actually tried and he put in things to. But I give them a kudos. By rating, I should give them a 7. They've done well for themselves.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Olabi.
Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend.